Hey guys, welcome back to Ferro Iron and Customs. I'm Michael, and today is going to be the first day of WTF Wednesday, or What's Up Wednesday, or just my basic Wednesday video where I ask a question just to see what you guys' take is on it. My GoPro mount here ain't the best in the world. So my question for today is, and I've seen this posted on, or seen people mention this in their videos a couple of times, that a TIG weld on sheet metal is softer than a MIG weld is on sheet metal. And I just want to get you guys' take on that. And I'm going to tell you what my take is on this. About 30 years ago, I had mentioned to someone that, hey, you know, we could probably make some awesome welds on sheet metal with a TIG welder. And I was told at that time that TIG welds are harder than MIG welds. And this was 30 years ago, and I want to say it was a legitimate body man that said this. So there's two different schools of thought that I've ran into already. And like I said, I just want to get you guys idea on this. Now, like I said, I'm not questioning the validity that TIG welding could be a softer weld, because to me, when you TIG weld, you're adding filler metal to a weld pool, and the weld pool is made out of the base metal, so you're adding less fill, but than you would with a MIG weld, I believe. Also, MIG is a slightly dirtier process in my experience. What little bit of TIG welding I've done has been, not on sheet metal. It's been on heavier stuff where I'm just trying to teach myself how to weld with a TIG. And, you've got to have the metal cleaner to TIG. There is no spatter with a TIG, unless you dip the tungsten in the weld pool. It's all around as a cleaner weld. So maybe that plays into the weld being less hard. So let me throw some other things out to you. And I was actually going to, I had actually thought a different way this morning, and I looked at the numbers and I said, well, that's not right. So far as the filler wire, ER70S6. I think E stands for electrode, R stands for rod, 70 is 70,000 tensile strength. I can't remember what the two last letters are, but they do have to do with, the makeup of that rod. And ER70S6 is your common welding wire and TIG welding rod that you would use to weld mild steel with. And they are both identical in chemical composition. This is another thing. I've seen some people say that TIG wire is different than MIG wire. It's made out of the same chemical composition. So MIG wire and TIG wire are exactly the same, at least from the manufacturer that I looked this up. And I will add that link in the description of this video. So ER70S6 has a carbon content of 0.06 to 0.15. That is about the carbon content of mild steel. And you cannot harden mild steel. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, let me take that back. Mild steel can be hardened, but you will have to add carbon to it, or I think it will work harder. Anything that you can bend back and forth and break will work hard. The point where it breaks is where it gets hard. So, but will it harden to a 65 rock weld? I doubt it. I absolutely doubt it. And this is things that I would like to maybe do a future video on, hardening a piece of mild steel. And I do know you can case harden mild steel, and you can case harden mild steel, and you can case harden wrought iron, because before the advent of steel, or the discovery of steel, if you harden anything, it had to be iron. But case hardening process isn't just a weld. You can't just weld and create a case hardened. You cannot just create case hardening by welding, especially if you're not adding any carbon. Now, with that being said, is there a possibility on a MIG weld of adding carbon? Absolutely. If you're using CO2 gas or unimix gas that has carbon dioxide in it, there is a possibility of adding carbon. But it totally negates the whole case hardening process, where you have to heat the metal to critical for a certain length of time and add carbon to it. And usually through case hardening is with an animal charcoal. You know, you can use bone or anything that has carbon in it. And like I said, that's not something that I've actually done. I've seen a few videos on it. Something that I'm very interested in. Due to my interest in metallurgy, that is something that I would, that I'm very interested in. So like I said, what do you think? What is your uncle down at the body shop that's worked at the body shop for 30 years, or somebody that you know that's built hot rods for 30 years or whatever, what do they say? And where is the scientific evidence to back it up? And like I said, I'm not questioning anybody. I'm just, interested from a pure scientific standpoint. I am interested from the metallurgy standpoint. I am interested in, just interested in the process and how that changing the process can change if a piece of metal hardens. And like I said before this morning, when I actually looked up the carbon content for 5160, because I was off a decimal place. 5160 spring steel is 0.6 carbon, so that'll give you an idea. You don't even want to make a knife out of anything less than 0.6 carbon. So that's all I have for this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Not looking for an argument. I just want to look and see what y'all have to say. And we'll catch y'all next time.